Hello, I welcome you all to Mathematics Made Easier channel. This is your online mathematics tutor, Comfort Amwakon Arthur. And today, I'm going to take you through easy way of solving questions on bearing. So pick your jotters as we go through today's class together. The first question I have here is, an aircraft left airport A and traveled 20 kilometers on a bearing of 125 degrees. It then changed course and flew on a bearing of 35 degrees for a distance of 10 kilometers until it reached B. Calculate A, the distance between A and B. B, the bearing of A from B. And the C, the bearing of B from A. So this is our question. And before you'll be able to solve questions on bearing, it is usually advisable to draft your diagram. So, the first part of the question is requesting us to move 125 through a distance of 20 kilometers. So let's draw that first. Now this part is our north, our east, our south, and our west. And the first quadrant is 90 degrees. And we are to move on a bearing of 125, which means it will fall on the second quadrant. So what can we add up to 90 to get our 125? It means we have to take 35 from the second quadrant. Good. So this is our 125 degrees. Then it also stated that it then changed course and flew on a bearing of 35 degrees. So let's write our distance first, 20 kilometers. Good. To another port. Then it changed course, 35 degrees. And 35 degrees is falling on the first quadrant of this side. But a distance of 10 kilometers. Good. So, and it stated that it went on until it reached port B. So it means this side will be our port B. This side will be our port B. Let's label this side as port C. Then we now join the three ports together. Okay. Alright. So this is our 35 degrees. Let's write it to make everything clear. Then we are to find the distance between ports, distance between A and B, and this is our A. That's the first port. A and B, the distance between them. We can use Pythagoras Theory to solve this side. So we can say that triangle ABC is a right angled at C. So triangle ABC is right angled at C. Okay, so using the Pythagoras theory, you can write it, okay? Using the Pythagoras theory, we can say that line AB, the square of line AB is equal to the sum of the square of line AC and line BC. So let's write it. AB squared is equal to line AC squared plus line BC squared. Then, what is line AC squared? Was it given? Yes, we have it here as 20 kilometers. So it means this side will be 20 squared. Plus, do we have line BC? Good, we have it as 10 kilometers. So 10 squared. We still maintain our AB squared. We are looking for line AB. So what do? We have to simplify this side. So AB squared is equal to 400, that is 20 squared, is giving us 400 plus 100. We now have to square root both sides to get rid of our square here. So square rooting both sides becomes, okay, so that the square cancel out our square root sign. So we are getting AB as square root of 500. We can still simplify this to give us 10 root 5. We can use sets to simplify it. 10 root 5 kilometers, or we change it to decimals. That is 22.360679. I believe you have the same answer. Great. So this is the first part of the question, that is, find the distance between A and B. Then we come to the B part, which also said that find the bearing of A from B. Now, before we can find the bearing of A from B, we have to, this side is 35. So it means that we are getting this side to as 55 degrees. Then we have a small portion here. Let's extend it up. And let's label it as B degrees. A small angle at the side. Good. So we are labeling that side as B degrees. So together the B degrees plus our 55 degrees will be our x. Now we can now use the trig ratio in solving it. So which of the trig ratios can we use over here? I believe you remember your trig ratios. If you don't, go back to our previous lesson to refer. So it means that this x is opposite to your 20 kilometers, or opposite to your line AC and adjacent to line BC. So which of the trig ratios can we apply? Great. Those who had it, thumbs up. We can apply the tan. Okay, let me move it up now. So we can apply the tan, which is opposite over adjacent. Good. Now this becomes tan x is equal to, tan x is equal to opposite, which is our 20 kilometers. So 20 over Our adjacent is what? 10 kilometers. 10. We are looking for x. So what do? We find the tan inverse of this. So this is giving me tan x is 10 goes into itself 1 and goes into 22 times. So therefore x is giving me the tan inverse of 2. And the tan inverse of 2 is, yes, I believe you've been able to punch it. That is giving us 63.43495. So that is for x. So after getting the x, we can see that from the diagram, b plus 55 gave us our x. So now let's do our simple groupings to make x stand alone or make x the subject. So you can see that from the diagram, b plus 55 equals your x, which is now 63.43495. So simple groupings, b stand on its own. Then we have 63.43495 minus 55. That is giving us 8.43495 degrees. Good. Then we now come to the main question. Find the bearing of A from B. The bearing of A from, you know that B is 90 plus 180 plus the whole of this side, which is 270, plus our little angle here. Do you understand? And the little angle is giving us 8.43495. So it's going to be 270 degrees plus the angle we've gotten at this side. So let's work it out. So you can say that the bearing of A from B is equal to 270 degrees plus our 8.43495, and that is giving us, I'm waiting for you to punch. Okay, that is giving us 278.43495. And that is the first part of the question. That's our B. Find the bearing of A from B. Then the C also said that find the bearing of B from C. The bearing of B from A. Bearing of B from A. So we can also say that the bearing of B from A is equal to, let's now come here. The bearing of B from A, this is our A and this is our B. So it becomes our 278 point this minus our 180 degrees. You understand it? Great. So it becomes this 278.43495 minus 180. And that is giving us our final answer to be 98 0.43495 degrees. I believe you were able to get the final answer with me. So anytime they give you a bearing question or question on bearing, please try and draft it. So from our question, we've been able to draft the first part of the question and locate our 125, which falls in the second quadrant. So we picked 35 from here and added it up to our 90 degrees to give us our 125. Then it moved on a distance of 20 kilometers to another bearing. Then it changed course on the bearing of 35 degrees to bearing or to port B, a distance of 10 kilometers. So we will name our port B, our middle port, as port C. When you finish, you now join the 3 points to form your right angle triangle. Then you can use Pythagoras Theory to find the distance of A and B. Then you can also use the Trig Ratios to also get your bearings at the side. So the first bearing we found was bearing of A from B. Then we also found the bearing of B from A. I believe this video was helpful and you are going to solve more examples on your own. If you don't understand anything too, please do not hesitate to bring it at the comment section for assistance. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this video as well. Till we meet again, please stay safe and learn hard. Bye.